Hey Defenders, welcome back to our channel. So this time what I'm going to be talking about is about ticketing. When I say ticketing, I'm talking about travel tickets. Each of us travel to multiple locations on a given day, especially on holidays, work, and so many other reasons. But how many of us are really like me who constantly look for how to book the cheapest ticket possible from a location A to location B? Right? Most of us would always want to do that, right? So what I'm going to be helping you understand is how tickets can be booked in a lot cheaper pricing compared to rest of the crowd who generally books it on a different pricing, right? So before we get started, I want you all to understand there is something called dynamic user profiling and dynamic pricing. What is dynamic user profiling? Dynamic user profiling simply means that the application where you are trying to book the ticket actually has certain algorithms in place which will help the company to identify your area of interest, the demographics about you, and what is the best offer they can give to you based on whatever little you browse on the application. Let me also tell you another stat before I get started. There is a very interesting stat. They say close to 6 seconds, say for example, you are given a new computer and you are going to google.com for the first time, right? And it is 6 seconds is more than enough for google.com server to understand if you are a male, female, what is the likely age group you are from, what is your ethnicity, where are you browsing from, the IP address kind of detail, right? With all this, they can actually say, are you male, female, what is your age group, which country or place you are from, and hence what would be your liking, dislikes and all that already. And all I'm saying is 6 seconds of your time is good enough for them. And the interesting part is the 6 seconds of you even without logging into your account, right? Which means that they are able to have a large statistical data of the way you move the mouse, the way you type, the speed, and so many other parameters they consider for profiling users, right? Like that, these web applications today who sell tickets, they have their own techniques of identifying and profiling users and providing dynamic pricing for each user, and they have been really successful in doing so. Have you ever noticed you go to MakeMyTrip.com and you also go to ClearTrip.com, the same location, say from Chennai to Delhi, from MakeMyTrip and ClearTrip, both of them should show the same value, right? The source and destination location are the same on both sides. So it should actually give the same pricing, isn't it? That's where you're wrong. No, because they use the dynamic user profiling technique to identify where the user is from and a lot more about the user's information, after which they target the user for a particular value, which means that the airlines company can actually give a particular ticket for whatsoever pricing they want. As simple as that. But let me tell you, what are the techniques you can deploy or use to get tickets for better price? Number one, always use a VPN. Before you browse to these kind of sites, always use a VPN. Say for example, you are from the source to destination, from Chennai to Delhi, right? Preferably use a VPN that is not close to the source, but pick a VPN that is close to the destination. For example, I'm traveling from Chennai or India to US. I would want to use a VPN that is a US based VPN. You understand? So I get a VPN which gives me a US IP address. So it is a preferred option, number one. Number two, always clear your cookies before you browse these kind of websites, because these cookie detail already track some information, and that is good enough information to give back to the company, with which they can come up with dynamic pricing for you, right? Number three, use incognito mode when you are browsing these kind of websites. Whenever you book tickets, always use incognito to book the tickets, right? Okay, first of all, I would suggest be flexible on the dates as in not a huge gap. All I'm saying is if you have to go on 10th, be flexible to go on either 11th or on the 9th, right? You should have that flexibility. So you will get a better pricing on the flights. Number two, there is also an option where you should always check the pricing. Even if you're going as a team of 10 members, always check pricing for one person first, single person, and then use the option while booking, choose option 10, right? Until that time, never use 10, because that becomes a interesting target for these kind of an application to dynamically target you more, right? And always remember, whenever you're traveling, travel preferred days to be between Monday to Thursday, never on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These are the times where the costs are usually skyrocketing, right? So please avoid doing that. And whenever you are booking tickets, there are two options that you'll get. Number one, flexible date. Please click on flexible date so that you will get the option which is the lowest price possible, right? That's one. And number two, always remember, please use non-refundable tickets. See, you have decided that you're going and you wanted to go in the cheapest fare possible. Then what is the point booking a refundable ticket? There's no point booking a refundable ticket. Book a non-refundable ticket. When you say non-refundable, it means that you are giving an assurance to the airline company that even if I don't go, even if I don't turn up for the travel, I will not claim back whatever I have paid you, right? As simple as a non-refundable. If you say that you are non-refundable ticket, they actually give you a little more preference and make it a lot more cheaper. Last but not the least, there are quite a few sites that I want you to remember. Number one, Skyscanner. Number two, Momodo. Number three, Kayak. And four, our favorite, Google Flight Alerts. In these websites, you can actually put where to where, source to destination, where you want to travel to where, and the preferred dates, right? And you can set option where you will get notification alerts whenever you get the cheapest price possible from that particular date to that particular date. The reason is there are multiple factors that will impact the pricing. For example, if there are flight is going empty, right? Say a flight which can carry about 300 people, only 10 people are going. Then what they'll do, they'll try to make the rest of the seats pricing as low as possible so that the bookings are more and they go full, right? That's one. If out of 300 capacity, imagine 280 people have already booked. There are only 20 tickets, right, available. Do you think the airlines would actually give you discount for filling that? No, they would not, right? So that is the idea. So you always make sure you use Skyscanner, Momodo and Kayak and Google Flight Alerts before you actually go to the site to book. Always remember, in these websites, Skyscanner, Momodo, Google Flight Alerts and Kayak, you should always put the source destination, see which flight, Air India, Indigo, whatever, right? So see the particular timing of which flight, where to where and all that, and then book it directly on the particular airline's website, not through them, right? So you get a further discount there. And also, in case you have all the time to book, all the time to travel, you can always pick the option which says multi-cities. When you're saying from A to B and you click multi-cities, it means that from Chennai to Delhi, instead of going directly, there are flights which will connect you to Hyderabad, to Bombay, from there to Delhi, right? You are saying that I'm willing to travel multiple places and then go reach. You know, I'm okay to spend more time. When you say I'm okay to do that, they give you additional discount because they would connect you with connecting flights so that they don't spend out a lot specifically on you as a person. So these are all the techniques that I personally learned over a period, and I think that these are all things that you may also want to check before you book the next flight tickets. Please let me know if this technique or the trick helped you in booking the flight ticket that was cheapest available that given day. And in case you think this is of some interest, this information is of some interest to you, or if you think there is someone in your family or a friend who constantly travels, right, consider sharing this information with them, right? Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech insights on cybersecurity.